Hey guys, Deathdealer here. I'd like to wish you all a happy new year and all the best for 2021. In this video we're going to be taking a look back at 2020, our successes, our failures, along with taking a look at what we're planning on doing in 2021, along with outlining our goals or quote unquote resolutions. So without further ado, let's get into it. So 2020 was the best year for the channel since we launched it 7 years ago. And I'm not joking here, we hit two subscriber milestones, that is. We reached 3,000 subscribers in June, and then right before the end of the year we also reached 4,000 subs. So to all 4,000 of you, I'd like to thank you for subscribing. We're also fairly close to hitting 1 million views. We're about 30,000 views away from that. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for that stuff. 2020 itself was obviously an interesting year with the whole pandemic and all that stuff, but hopefully 2021 brings something new. 2020 itself, we produced about 100 videos plus live streams, which I haven't produced that many videos since 2016 to 2017. That was the last quote-unquote golden era for the channel. But I'm happy to say that we're in a new good period. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to roll through 2020 with everything we did, all the series and stuff we had, all the different bits of content we did, and then we can get on to our views and stuff like that. So 2020 started with a few different series running on the channel. We had the survival series that was running on 1.15, and we had the, we had the under the base in the savannah. Yeah, I remember that one. That was quite fun. That series we did the RNG manipulation video, and that seemed to get quite a lot of views. We also did the Project Ozone Titan mode series, which promptly ended after 10 episodes due to some other things that we're doing on the channel. The audience really liked that series because of the way I was doing it, and I was planning on revamping that and making the next difficulty version of that, but I've decided to postpone that for a while because it requires a lot of work. So yeah, that's what we started with in 2020. In January, so maybe about halfway through January, I thought, you know what, let's go and join a server. I had the idea to make a server, like an SMP with a bunch of other content creators, but I found one instead, and that was Timecraft. So we joined Timecraft in January, partway through season 1, so we only had a few months left in the season. It was like 2 or 3 months, which was, you know, it was definitely interesting. So we joined that and we made 15 episodes in our first season. In Timecraft Season 1, we met Splashes, who was one of the founding members of AutoCraft. That was Timecraft Season 1, Episode 13. We did a little collaboration. That collaboration was a little bit awkward, with the fact that it was kind of forced because Timecraft had a whole story thing, which, looking back on it now, I'm not really a fan of that type of role-playing, but that was just, you know, getting me involved with the whole server story. So we went and done a little bit of content. I went and met her at her temple, and then we made a little redstone contraption. And since then, we've been really good friends. Timecraft came to a close with the finale, episode 15, which once again was a little story thing. So basically, Splashes had built a rocket ship, and we all went there. We were able to take one item with us to season 2. I took my trusty Fortune 3 pickaxe, and we did a little cinematic thing, which you should be seeing right now. Basically, what I'll do is whenever I'm talking about a certain bit, I'll bring in footage from it because I have all my stuff saved, fortunately. So yeah, Timecraft Season 1 ended, and since I kind of ended my other series in the channel, that was the only thing I had running. We had a few weeks of downtime, which was kind of annoying because the Season 2 didn't start immediately. We had to wait a couple of weeks. So yeah, I had to kind of fill in that period a little bit. Timecraft Season 2, the first episode of that, was released on April Fool's Day, funnily enough. And Season 2 was a lot different. So Season 2, we met Rustic. We met him right away because me and him stayed right next to each other. In fact, in my first episode of that series, or that season I should say, I was pranked and I had the Wandering Trader head stuck on me. And as you know, that's now became my whole Minecraft persona. That became part of my character. And I haven't removed it since. It's now, in fact, part of my skin. We did eventually get Rustic back for that, much later on. During Timecraft Season 2, we formed the Captains of Industry. This was Timecraft Season 2, Episode 5. Captains of Industry involving myself, Rustic and Splashes. This is mainly due to the fact that we always played during the same time, so there was little to no one else on at that point. So we always played, and the server owner wanted us to do some more collaborative things in our episodes. So we formed the Captains of Industry, and we decimated the market and, made lots of diamonds and stuff. Timecraft 2, Season 2, Episode 14, we finally got back rusted with a massive prank. That's the first prank I've ever actually done on someone in the past 5 years. And it was quite fun. It took a little bit of planning, and he really enjoyed it. It was the massive wandering trader head I built on top of his temple. Not long after that, I left Timecraft. I abruptly ended my season after 17 episodes. Basically, we were having some trouble with the way the server was being run. I said some things to my server moderation team because they helped me make decisions on both my server and my content. And let's just say things went downhill from that. So we were removed from the Timecraft server, and not long after, Rustic and Splashes left, and we formed AutoCraft, which has been running very well to this day. AutoCraft has been running since June 13th, my birthday, so we launched that on my 21st birthday, and in that time we have gained over 2 million views on the server itself across all of our members, which is awesome, and I've been really enjoying, hosting that thing. We're currently 32 episodes into that series, and I've got a hell of a lot more planned, which is quite nice. Looking at 2020 itself, in terms of, the analytics side of things, it was really good compared to 2019, that is. So what we're going to do is on screen right now, we're going to have the analytics for 2019 and the analytics for 2020. We're going to have the views, watch time, subs, and impressions. We don't really care about revenue. Revenue isn't what this is about, but I can tell you that our revenue has doubled in that period. So in 2019, we had 134,000 views. I'm happy to say that in 2020, we more than doubled that to 356,000, which is very, very nice. Watch time was another big thing. So in 2019, we were struggling to, keep above the 4,000 hour minimum for monetization. So we had 4,600 hours of watch time in that year. But in 2020, we had 11,300, which was awesome. That's like way more than a year's worth of content watched, which was really, really nice. Impressions is another area where we doubled. We had 978,000 impressions in 2019, and in 2020 we doubled that, we're more than doubled that to 2.2 million impressions. So that means that our videos have been shown, well, not watched, but they've been recommended or shown, appeared in subscription feeds, or just on the homepage, 2.2 million times, which is awesome. And what you're here for, subscribers, in 2019 we gained 360. In 2020 we gained 1,600. That is mainly thanks to, starting AutoCraft, because of all the collaborations and stuff, along with YouTube Shorts, which I discovered and have made very good use of. So yeah, that is 2020, folks. 2020 was the best year we've had in the server. The best year we've had on YouTube since we launched 7 years ago. So carrying on from the success of 2020, I plan on making 2021 another good year for the channel. In fact, I plan on making it my best year yet. Here are my goals. So in 2021, I want to reach 10,000 subscribers. So bear in mind we're at 4,000 right now as of making this video. So I want to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I want to surpass 2.5 million views. Now, from where I'm sitting right now, that is perfectly achievable. Mainly through the use of, say, YouTube Shorts and, just making generally better content on the channel. Every video I make, I aim to improve by at least 1%, whether that's in the form of audio, overall video structure, editing, and all that sort of stuff. So I think that we can achieve our goals very, very quickly. In terms of, series plans for 2021, I haven't given it much thought. Obviously, the main series we have on the channel right now is AutoCraft. We will be resetting for Season 2 when Minecraft 1.17 releases, but before then I want to produce at least another 30 to 40 episodes, so we've still got quite a lot of the season left. By that point, I want AutoCraft Season 1 across everybody's channels to have maybe about 10 million views, which again is perfectly achievable from my point of view. We've been doing fairly well recently. Every week we're gaining probably about 200,000 views right now, which is really insane. That is mainly thanks to the success of Alex, who's recently surpassed 15,000 subscribers. He's our biggest and fastest growing member of the server right now, so make sure you go and check him out. Along with the likes of everyone else who's growing really quickly. In fact, I've left a link to all of our members in the description. Go and check them out, go and subscribe to them, because that will help each of them grow. Going into Season 2 of AutoCraft is going to be interesting. We're going to be changing up our requirements to join a little bit, because in Season 1 we didn't really have any strict requirements other than the fact that you needed to be 16 years of age and you had to be a content creator. Since we're all growing fairly quickly at this point in time, we might eventually implement a subscriber limitation, because we can't always have like people who are new to the whole YouTube thing joining, but that's a bridge we're going to cross when it comes to it. We're not going to make any hard decisions like that at this point in time. But yeah, that is my goals for 2021. Do you think we can achieve them? Do you want to help us achieve them? If that is the case, why don't you leave me a comment down below, share this video with your friends, and share the channel itself. Also, while you're here, make sure you go and watch the whole AutoCraft playlist. I've left a link to it in the description below. And once again, I'd like to wish you all a Happy New Year.